Yo, this is Ashwin aka Dr. Slow Sweat from the Netherlands, and welcome to the highly anticipated analysis reaction video to my second round in the beatland battle. I actually recorded a whole bunch of this already, but it was on my different microphone, so it sounded like boop. So I'm recording things again. Don't worry, it was like 20 minutes. But yeah, if you have not watched the video, I recommend you go watch it first, because there's a whole story behind it, and I'm going to pause it a lot in between, like a lot, and talk about things like thought processes, why I made some decisions, and also some Easter eggs. So I'm going to pause a lot. If you want to see the whole battle, go to Swiss Beatbox, maybe form an opinion, let it sink in a little bit, and then come back, because there are a lot of things that were said in the video and said afterwards. So there are a whole lot of words. So yeah. But as I said, I just want you to give an in-depth POV of my decision-making, thought process, and everything, and maybe give some thoughts, insights, inspiration. I don't know, but I just really like to talk about my rounds and decisions, and just again being proud of my work. So yeah, first of all, everything you see, it's not any stock footage or something. It's all shot by the videographer, who I'll explain in a minute. Whoa. Yes, it is indeed a Luuk video. There is the first pause, like 4 seconds in. As you see, the video is done by Seth, and the audio mix is done by AVH, and the sound design was done by Luuk Bakum. And it's very fun how everything came together, because AVH is already a good friend of mine, also a Dutch looper in the Dutch loop community, and me and the other loopers were already talking about, like, when is the video being shot, because maybe we could be there. And AVH was the only one who pulled through. That in mind, I made a whole storyboard on the video, and I gave AVH a cameo, just a small cameo in the video. Yarnell, another Dutch looper, shout out to him, also gave the signal that maybe he could come after work. So I also had a cameo planned for him. Like, you see me with the guitar in a second, and I was thinking in my mind, like, all right, if Yarnell comes in shot and give me my guitar. Just a very small cameo, but a very fun cameo, in my opinion. Then we have the videographer, the cameraman, that is Seth. Seth Struer. I'm going to leave all the credits and everything in the description below. You should follow him, show him love, because without those people, this wouldn't have been possible. It's awesome what they've done, how they've helped me. And as you can see, the product is absolutely amazing. So follow them all below. But I did not know Seth personally before. But it was after my last round, my David and Goliath round, that he messaged me on Instagram saying, yo, I'm Seth, I'm a videographer, I really enjoy your work. And if you get through to the next round, because it was still during the voting, if you get through, I want to help you with the video. So he sent some work he did and everything. And I was like, if I get through, I'm going to hit you up because it looks amazing. And I got through, I hit him up, and now here we have the final product shot by Seth Struer. Absolutely awesome. He also said that he wants to edit the video. Normally, I edit my own videos because I have a certain vision how everything should go. But he also said, like, the files of the videos are so large for any normal computer, which would take a whole lot to render. And if you finally render your final edits, some of the quality could be lost in the process. So he opted to edit himself. So the video shooting and the video editing is all done by Seth Struer. Awesome. He messaged me like 2 days before the deadline. He called me saying he has a friend, Luuk Bakum. I have not spoken to Luuk Bakum in personal or during the whole process from this. But he said, like, yo, I have a friend who does like movie audio. Like, he worked on some big names, I believe, something Netflix, HBO, or anything. And he said he wanted to do the intro audio of my video. And I was like, yo, this is hella professional. Let's go. And the fun part is, when I received the audio, Luuk also sent in a file with a text document which with why he made some decisions that he made. And me personal, I really like that. I really like when decisions have a meaning, a thought behind it, or anything. So it's really fun to see that Luuk also did that, and also in trends with the whole video, because the video is Lucifer, and as you can hear a lightning strike when Lucifer is being played out. Let's see if we can get it going. As you hear, there is a lightning strike, and that is supposed to symbolize Lucifer crashing down from the heavens. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Lucifer, fun fact also, like my last round with David and Goliath is also a biblical, mythical story. And now again with Lucifer, also some sort of holy biblical story. Very shortly, it was Lucifer was first an angel, but he was banished from God, from the heavens, and he fell out of heaven. He fell down, a fallen angel, and that is why I chose Lucifer. I chose to actually chose Lucifer because I felt the same way, in a way, because after the infamous Insta story post, I made a whole video on that too, so you can watch that if you don't know it or anything. But very summarized, the Mad Twins, or their manager, we don't know for sure, they made an Instagram post during my battle against Xoxo that you should go vote for Xoxo. And as the host or organizer of an event, that's really unprofessional. It's not done. And in that way, I felt so disconnected. And I felt like I fell out of beatland, fell out of the heaven, and became Lucifer. So that's the reason why I chose Lucifer. Another fun fact, like the lyrics and everything you read is like 70% written on the same day. And it was the exact day when I found the Insta story online, when I got messages with screenshots like, yo, look at this, what is happening? I was so, I was mad, I was sad, I was, I don't know anymore. Like, I felt so numb, my motivation was gone, my drive was gone and everything, and I was like, I don't care anymore. And then I just turned silent, turned into myself, like in myself, didn't talk anymore. And I started writing. Like I was at a party actually when the story came out on Sunday, I believe. I slept over at a party and I was about to drive home with my girlfriend. Then the story came online, and when we drove home, I said nothing to her, and she knew it. She was also very mad, but she understood that I was like blanked out, as to say. But in the meantime, I was going over lyrics in my head. I was thinking about rhyme schemes and what I could say. So like 70% of the lyrics you see in the video was made on that exact same day. But that's also one of the reasons I want to keep in the biblical fame, because that really inspires me a lot. And I reminisce with Lucifer in this video. So those are some of the thought process, and also the track mix done by AVH. Again, he knows so much about looping and mixing and everything in general, and he is so willing to help. That's awesome to see. And he also helped me with the mix with this round, which is, I'm so grateful for that. Without those people in the credits you see here right now, this wouldn't have been possible. And I also chose to put the credits front and center at the beginning of the video, because on my last video, the David and Goliath one, I also credited the people that work with it, also AVH and Bart Hort. But then the video of Swiss Beatbox got over it, so you couldn't read it anymore. And I find it really sad, because I really want to credit the people that I work with. So right now, I chose to do it right at the beginning, front and center, so you can't miss it. So those people are credited, because they deserve it.
Zo goed, ik hoop echt dat ze echt niet wachten. Ik heb er echt zin in. Echt zin in.
So yeah, here's AVH with a cameo and like an Easter egg, as I said. I made a Beatland statement video talking about everything that happened, how it affected me and Xoxo and everything, and the community and everything. And in that video, I wore a blouse. So I find it very fittingly that I wore the exact same blouse in this video. I was pointing at the wrong screen. But this blouse was also the blouse that I wore in that Beatland statement video. And I found it very fitting to wear the same blouse in this one. So that's also one of the Easter eggs.
Echt, ja, maar die valt gewoon ook de hele tijd op en neer. Ik kan echt niet.
And also to give like a time frame, this was during the voting. Like we're going a little bit back in time, like me being enthusiastic, really lying away from the vote. How is everything going? Am I winning against Xoxo? So that's time frame.
Echt spannend. fuck is dit? Wat?
And here you see, I absolutely love Aviator just looking into the camera, like, oh yeah, and then snapping back into character. And here you see it slow down, very wobbly, because that is me dissociating from the battle, and also Lucifer dissociating. And there it is, the infamous Insta story which started it all. And as you can see, it was from the Mad Twins official. Yo bros, we need Saijo on the next round. Please support, vote on the site for him. So yeah, it really hurt me. It really made me angry. It unmotivated me, and so yeah, this really did a lot with me, which is, yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. But yeah, that's also one of the things. Like this video, I say a lot in this video, but I'm saying it from my point of view. I'm not saying like it is 100% this or that or that, but it's my view. It is my emotion, my feeling, my everything. Because I really write my feelings into my music. Music is my coping mechanism. So when I'm happy, I tend to make more happy songs, and when I'm sad or heartbroken or anything, I really try to make that come across in my music video. So yeah, it's not 100% the truth or anything, or not me wanting to make false facts or something. It is 100% me talking about my emotions, my feelings, and everything, and how I stand in the battle in general. And I love to see that I read the comments daily, and I read the comments a lot, and I watch reaction videos because I really like that a lot, because the audience is amazing. I really love the audience, how they're watching, and also you, especially you, because you watch those kind of videos. These videos that mean a lot to me, and that don't have like a huge platform as Swiss Beatbox, but like the independent, smaller YouTube channels. And you are here listening to me right now, and if you made it like 12 minute 30 into the video, you are already listening 12 minutes to me just ranting about my own stuff. And I can get that it's boring or tedious or anything, but you're still here, and I appreciate that so much. I cannot describe that into words. The drive and motivation I didn't have for the event, I got from the fans and the audience and the kind reactions and everything, and all the support that the people gave me. When this story came out, I was in multiple group chats, and people literally started to riot. It's unbelievable, and that really made me get through, yeah, the day actually, which is amazing. So yeah, it is really and it's great to see that because I really focus on the lyrical part in this video, and it's great to see that people acknowledge what I'm saying. Not that they have share my same view, but like I air my heart out into the lyrics in this video, and to see people pick that up means like, yes, it came over, it came across, it worked, or I achieved my goal. So when I read those kind of videos, I think, yes, this is it. My point is made. It came across well, so it's perfect to read. And I really like to read the comments, and also again the support that you gave me. It's unbelievable. So thank you all so much. That really means a lot to me. And also, there were so many shots that did not make the cut. Like, there was supposed to be a whole lot more into this chapel, which stands in Valkhof, Nijmegen, which is an absolutely awesome place. Valkhof, Nijmegen is where an old chapel is, and also another ruin, which you'll see in a second. But I messaged the people of Valkhof, Nijmegen like, yo, I'm making a video for this and this. Can I use your location? and this on their site, they said that the chapel is open to 4 p.m. But I was working at around 4 p.m. So I asked, like, could you do something for us? And then they messaged me back very quickly with saying like, yeah, sure, the chapel is now open till 6 p.m. And like without any fee or any rules or anything. Like, the chapel is open for you. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. And when we were filming there was this guy. I thought his name was Hans. Hans, yeah. He was just there. He was just sitting there watching us shooting the video and just helping us. There were chairs in the middle, and we wanted that clear, so we pulled away the chairs, and he just like stood up and helped putting away the chairs without saying anything. When we had a shot like, oh, you gotta see this, and when Seth showed the video on the camera, then Hans also came up behind us and started watching like, oh yeah, that looks good. Hans was so awesome, absolutely amazing. And also the camera used for this, Seth said, it is first you here see wow, let's start the sentence again, shall we? You can see here a drone shot because Seth also brought a drone with him, which shot in 4K and had like 2 or 3 minutes recording time, and then it had to charge. But that's fun. The drone went up and had to come down and had to recharge. And the camera that Seth uses, it is Netflix certified. Like, some movies or series on Netflix are shot with that camera, and it is incredible. The quality of the video is incredible. And another little Easter egg: we're standing right here. That is us. And in a second, you can see me running over here just to wave to the camera. But yeah, that has been cut out. And also, fun part, like the whole entire intro, like the first minute 10 seconds is me silent recording. And that's what I really like about the freedom that the Beatland gave us. You can record a video on top of it. So you could have just plainly watched me record silent records, me watching hitting buttons and anything, and just not hearing audio. But since we had the freedom to record a video on top of it, I chose to make a video on top of it, talking about just making a setting. I really wanted to focus on storytelling and getting my view across. So, hence the video actually. They see me running. Wait, actually, a little fun fact. Only one person pointed this out. I've seen no comments of this. I heard nobody about this. But I showed the video in my classroom because if you didn't know, I'm a teacher. I teach the 3rd grade, I believe, like 8, 9-year-old children. And they are also very aware that I'm a looper and they love my work. And they started looping themselves and beatboxing themselves a little bit. And, another fun fact. Like, I recorded this on a Friday. And I had to work that Friday. But that meant that I had to carry all my gear with me to my classroom because I didn't want to leave it in my car just to keep it with me, which resulted in me plugging in everything in the classroom. And like the last hour and a half, I just gave some free time, and the children that wanted to try the loop station could try the loop station, which is absolutely the kids loved it. Like, they are already such big beatbox and loop station fans. If you follow me on Instagram, you often see a story coming along, like me watching to a famous looper or a tag team or some GBB stuff, and the kids love it. And I taught the children not to clap and cheer because that can lead to disturbance of noise, because it is in a school building, so you can't make too much noise. So when the kids when they love something, you can see them. So you don't make any noise, but you can show appreciation. So when one kid was looping, everyone was surrounding him and just going to the kid. It's unbelievable the amount of support they give each other and how much they love to loop actually already, like, just to play with it. That's how I started, just playing with it, pushing buttons and making noise. And that's what I want to give to the kids. Love it. But there was one kid in the entire classroom that said, "Teacher, I see a llama in the background." And indeed, that is one of the Easter eggs. I want to include a llama. He was supposed to have a way bigger part in the video, but that was cut out in this part. But I still wanted to include the llama, so he is here in the background. I've heard no comments about it, but there it is. There's another Easter egg. And there you can see me running again. This is probably probably my favorite shot in the whole video. Also, as Seth said, it looks like a Mexican Latin R&B vibe music video. It's so cool, so incredibly amazing. Oh yeah, and since Beatland gave us the freedom to use instrument, and I know from Matej's video that not everyone was on board with the instrument, but it's very divided. Like some people really like it, and the other don't like it, and I get that because it does take away the vocal beatbox part a lot. But since I was focusing more on storytelling and everything, I decided to use my guitar, and I wanted to keep it very clean. Fragile, small, because I really wanted to have like again a build up in my a track, like really building towards a crescendo. But if you want to get there, you have to start very small. So I made the decision to just have my guitar and me singing on top because I have the freedom. I can play guitar, I can sing. So that is the intro, very small, very tiny, and then building into something big. There's the rune. This is the rune I was talking about because the same guy, Hans, he said like, yo, guys, it's all good and everything, but like, you can film until 6 p.m. because afterwards I do have to get home because I got to cook for my family. And we were like, of course, no problem, because we don't want to overextend your hospitality. We're already very grateful that you're willing to do this for us. So at 6, we're just gone. No worries. So when we were done with shooting, it was around and packing our stuff. It was around 5:45, so we have 15 more minutes. But we were like, "Yo, we're done here, so you can leave. You can just go relax, cook your family meal and everything." And then Hans came to me and said, "Like, oh, don't worry, we're going to order pizza, so we have some extra time. But have you seen the ruin across here?" And we were like, "Yeah, it's an awesome ruin." But it was a ruin behind iron bars, so you can't get there. And Hans was like, "Yo, if you want to film there, I can open up the gate for you so you can stand in the ruin." And I was like, "Yo, are you serious?" Like, out of the blue, he's just like, "I'm going to help you. I'm going to make your video this much awesomer by shooting into a ruin." And we were like flabbergasted. And again, he was just coming with us and just standing there looking at us videotaping. And once we had a shot, he was also just looking at the camera. Loved the guy. Valkhof Nijmegen, the place to be. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and great people. Really so grateful for that. And here you can see, now we can dive into some lyric stuff. I'm exiled from your heaven, Lucifer falling down from the heavens, and me falling down out of Beatland. I don't know how much I can say, so I'm going to say it politically correct. There was a third party. I'm not going to name names, but it's open to own interpretation. There was a third party involved who received my video beforehand, and they weren't so happy about the video because, as you can see it here, this is the whole video. This is how it's supposed to be, but it wasn't supposed to be the case, because that said third party asked me to remove the intro from the video. I thought about it, and afterwards I said, "You're straight up asking me to cheat, because the intro is my silent record, which I recorded the video on top. And otherwise, what's the point of live looping? Because you then hear a whole track just coming out of nothing. Because the drums, the bass, and the harmony a little later are all made in this pre-record. I put my time and effort into this. It's part of the storytelling that I'm making, and it is my artistic freedom. So I want to keep I want to keep the whole video," I said, to said third party, which they didn't really like. But I didn't hear anything from them afterwards. They published the video, and I haven't spoken to them since, and they have not said anything. Well, they did say something which is on Instagram, but I'll show you afterwards, because it's part of a description of the promotion post which they made. I'll let you read in a second. But yeah, the video is now a whole, but that might have not been the case first. Exile from your heaven, the fallen angel coming down. Lucifer, being the fallen angel. Vision has been shattered. Also, that I want to dissect that two ways, because first is the lyrics way. A vision has been shattered. That is my vision for Beatland, my drive, my motivation. After that Insta post, it was gone. So that vision for me has been shattered. And on the other hand, it is very fragile. I wanted to keep it fragile. Me and the guitar sing on top, because I can play guitar, can sing. So I wanted this to be the intro and then build into the loop station. This sentence I kept very lightly in the final version, but I wanted to belt it actually. Like, right, I wanted to vision has been shattered. Really give it a power, give it a body. But in the final version, I made it in a falsetto. Like, a vision has been shattered. Because as you can hear already, that's way more fragile, way more personal and emotional. And that is the vibe that I was intentionally going for in this intro. So that's why I chose falsetto and chose to keep it very lightly and small. With all my strength, I am making sound. Also, that with all my strength, I'm making sound. I could have chosen just keep silent, just say, could happen, let's move on, and I'm going to try my best into beatland. But that's just not how I work, how I roll. So yeah, I was going to stand up. I was going to make a statement, tell them how I feel, show them how I feel in this video, and tell them what it's done with me. Because, yeah, I don't want to keep silent and pretend like nothing happened, because something did, in fact, happen. And it affected me so much. And I wanted to make it known. So with all my strength, I am making sound, and you're going to hear me. So, yeah. Becoming Lucifer. And this is where I wanted to pick up the pace, like get with a very a solid guitar riff, a little fast, you know, and then with strumming on top of it to give it that more the rocky vibe, more angry like that. So I really wanted to pick up the pace here right now. Again, that's slow with the lyrical flow, we're getting dirty, ain't playing clean. With the lyrical flow, because I'm rapping a lot, and again, not playing clean, we're getting dirty. I'm going to say what I want to say, you're going to listen. More, we got the people united, face it right. Don't believe me? Take a look at Goliath. Yeah, I got the people united. Take a look at Goliath, because in my last round, the people really did unite for me. So take a look at Goliath. Look at the last battle. No hate against Xoxo in any way, because he was also done very dirty. But that is the reason why I chose that. The biggest Goliath in my biggest threat. In fact, it was a format. How I did. And that's what I make very clear right now. Goliath was not my enemy. It was not a battle. It was the format, because they screwed me over. Because you don't get the views, likes, aka the money, but it's still standing here. Ain't the funny? So yeah, I suppose this is a speculation that they wanted the bigger name into Beatland, because the bigger name generates more views, more likes, more money. So I'm saying I don't get the views, like, aka the money, but I'm still standing here. Isn't that funny? Just taking a stab at it. I'm not making money. I'm making sense. This is actually wordplay. I'm not making money. I make no sense. Like, I'm not making any sense. So, or you can read it like I make no sense. Like SENSE. Like, it doesn't make sense that he is here. So makes no sense. fun wordplay that I try to include. Yeah, these are like what I wanted to say. Like you want the other guy, and you're going to pretend a real battle, but in the meantime, you're going to be rooting for him.
Normally, I don't really do revenge, but this time around, I refuse to bend. Right here, right now, I take a stand. Lucifer, go mad at
Yeah, that's also because normally I'm not really that a hateful kind of guy. Very respectful, very loving, but this is really a principle question, principle thing. This is just something you don't do to people, and I really stand against that, and I want to make that known that I stand against these sort of actions. You won't see this normally for me going so all out, but yeah, as I keep saying, I'm not being silent, I'm not bending, I'm taking my stand. And here also now Lucifer go mad at them, and mad with a capital because it refers to a certain twin.
them.
This was so fun to do, like just jumping in with the guitar and going balls out with the drop. Ah, awesome. Yeah, then breaking at your door, no holy water because, Lucifer being biblical and holy water isn't going to help me. And also credits to Seth, like moving around, shaking the camera and everything to really give it that dynamic. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. You cannot censor, you cannot keep me silent. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, you're going to listen. And again, with the choir, you also heard it in David and Goliath, but here it's more, it is there, like I'm not recording it, but it's here. And I wanted to symbolize like the holy, the heaven and everything, because it is a biblical story again. So this symbolizes the godly part of it, Like a choir you can also have at the church or something. Absolutely love this shot too. Like I remember when we were filming this and we first had this, picked this location. I was standing and Seth here record. I was just standing here and I heard Seth on the other side like, oh damn, this is a sick shot. Oh, I love it. And also, like, you can see in the editing in a second, like, Seth took the freedom to make a quick zoom when the lyrics start, which gives it that extra punch. It's so awesome. And it's all, Seth has so much knowledge about videography and everything. Because I was about to, we were looking for a different location, and I was standing next to the chapel, like, yo, we can use this. And Seth was like, no, that's a flat surface, very two-dimensional, and it wouldn't pop. Like, you got to do something like this, like have something in the foreground, and then you standing between it. And when he said that, we were looking for such location, and then this location came to the surface. So you can see the leaves blurred out in the front, and then me in the center, very sharp. So that's all due to the knowledge of Seth.
Shit hurts, man. Get my back to the wall. If you want the other guy, then why invite me along?
Like, I really like the line. Like, if you want the other guy, then why invite me? Like, why put me through a battle and everything just to go for the other one?
The people around didn't want me to fall, so now I became a giant 10 foot tall.
Like David and Goliath, David stood untouchable in biblical fame, faced a 10-foot giant Goliath the name. And now the people didn't want me to fall, so now I became the giant 10 foot tall. So saying that I became Goliath. So now I am the giant. I'm the one you should fear.
Giant 10 foot tall. Mad twins, one mad twin.
This is very straight to the point. Mad twins, one mad wins. It's just, they just want the bigger name. They want the better views. And I don't fit the picture, so they don't want me.
Big numbers, but they're not getting from Ashwin.
As you say, big numbers, but they're not getting from Ashwin. My name is Ashwin. Hi, nice to meet you.
As a Dutch then say,
potverdorie is a Dutch word. As a Dutch, you say, potverdorie. It's something you say like, shucks. It's a very outdated word, but it really fit the rhyme scheme.
How to solve this? Let's make
let's make a story. Like, make the Instagram story, then you solve your problem, right?
Story promoting the bonus while hosting the show. You know it is only provoking commotion. You're openly posting, we're openly posting. The focus is open, the audience.
So, you're provoking commotion while posting a story while hosting this again. Also, it's all redirecting to the story, like to the story. The moral of the story is you shouldn't have done it.
Overly version of movies is open of odious books, but no, they played the part. Ever that night, thank you with all my heart. Without you, I wouldn't even make it this far. Now it's time for me to lay down my heart.
Now we're going to the outro of the song, and also already telling like the people thank you so much and everything. And in here it's done. I spoke on my mind. It's done. I've said what I've said. I don't think I need to say more anymore. This is my final statement about it.
Done. I spoke on my mind, overheal. In a matter of time, the demon in me will retreat aside, left away for another to find.
So the demon is going away. I'm not being hateful anymore. Not being filled with wrath or anger. It's locked away from other to find. And here again, thanking the viewers.
Thank you, viewers. Also kind. My hatred is off my mind. Time to leave this all behind. And oh, to the man.
I absolutely love this decision. Seth made this like the last line of this, like being big and right in the middle of screen. Because the Mad Twin said like, oh, that was our manager who who made that Insta story, and we fired him, and oh shit, you know. And then to have this as the final line, and oh, tell the manager I said hi, like a shout out to him, like, you know, it's your fault. Tell him I said hi. I love that. Oh.
Manager, I said hi.
I love to end on that note. Like, it's all so well put together. It's so professional. It's by far the most professional video I made. I am so proud of the statement I made. It's not my best loop station track, I know, but as I said, I really focused on the storytelling. I really focused on getting my message across. And as I read some comments, watch reaction videos, the message is coming across. So that means my goal of the video has served its purpose. I've also watched Taco's video. He is insane. He's doing great. He is really dissing me. And it is kind of a weird battle, like Taco going at me and I'm going a completely different direction. It's a really weird battle to look at it, but yeah. After all, do I care if I win or lose? Well, to be completely honest, no. Because as you can see in the video, I don't 100% agree with the format and everything and how things are done and the voting system. It's very nice to incorporate the audience votes into a battle, but to give them 100%, how do you say that in English? Credit? It's not credit, but to give them 100% the power to choose who is going to the next battle. You really get a lot of fan votes and everything, you know. And you can disagree with it. You can say, yo, that's not true. But in the end of the day, it is true. Because people want their favorite looper to go through. You can also see it in the views. The people with the bigger name gets the most views. Which results into people voting for that person a lot more. You could say that me and Xoxo was an exception. But that's also due to the reason of the Instagram story. Because when the people saw that, they started to riot. Xoxo also said like, yo, in his story, like, I don't want to be associated with it. This really shitty thing to do. So don't vote for me. Like for Xoxo then. So yeah, it's gone really wonky, really weird. And it's a really weird way to battle. But as I said, I made my statement. I've made my point. And now I can release my hands off it, you know, and say, I'm done. I've said what I said, and that's it. I believe right now I am behind in votes, and very much so. And I can get that because Taco really did bring the heat, and he has a great round. And I really hope that Taco still has the drive and motivation for the battle. We also talked, and he know that how I'm standing in this battle. So yeah, and I really love Taco. We did the 2v2 together too. So we know from back in the day. And I love the guy, absolutely. But yeah, it's a weird situation to be in right now, to battle like this. But yeah. Oh, and also, like I told you that the blouse was for my beatland statement. In other shots, I have completely black. Because that symbolizes like my black, like a whole, like being dark and everything. That's also a part of clothing style. I went and picked multiple clothes to go for the shooting. So yeah, those are some ins and outs of the video. I am thinking that I 100% forgot to tell you everything, but I've told you the most that I can think of. It was such a fun project to make. Like being with Seth, being with AVH. We had a blast shooting on the day. So definitely, and this also inspired me to maybe not this kind of professionalism, but to give my own tracks on my channel the same love and attention that I'm giving right here. Which is also a double-sided blade, because this is also its beatbox. This guarantees you a lot of views and everything, and videos on my channel don't get that traction, you know. But yeah, that's just an overall struggle. Like, if you don't put your heart in it, then you will not grow. But on the other hand, if I really put a lot of thought and detail into it and it doesn't get the traction, it get maybe, let's say, 200 views or something, then you're like, yeah, why did I do it? But I'm also thinking like, yeah, why wouldn't I do it? Because I like to do this. I like to think about my tracks. I like to make videos like this, talking about each and every detail with it. So yeah, I have if you've made it this far into the video, I will reward you with some intel, because I am working on an album right now, inspired by my 2 rounds, David and Goliath and Lucifer, and it is an album mainly focused on loop station, but maybe with some guitar in it. But I really want to make some biblical album with really thought out lyrics, underlying messages, and also this kind of video professionalism. Maybe I'll get my other cameraman, because he's more available, he's closer. Seth has to go all the way from the southern of the Netherlands, and I'm in the middle. It's a long distance for each other. But I want to give it this love and attention that I have right here. I want to give it to my album, because I really enjoy working on it. In 1 week I have spring break, so that's also a time that I can really work on my music, and that's something I'm working on. So you heard it here first, because you watched the video. I feel like I want to give you something for that, you know, because I tend to feel like I'm just ranting, and I can keep ranting for hours and days, but it's just me talking about myself, you know, and I feel like people can get bored with that really quick. So if you made it this far, and if you enjoy this content, let me know, leave a like, a comment, or anything, because yeah, it's something from me. It's really personal, talking about myself, and I'm really careful with it, because I don't want to overfeed you, you know, and keep talking about myself, because then I feel like some egomaniac who just wants to talk about himself. But right now it's just my enthusiasm, like, look at this round, look at the details and Easter eggs and everything, and all the thought process behind it, because I put a lot of thought and interest on it, and I want to give you a glimpse of what it is. And maybe you have like, maybe if you watch the video the next time, you're like, hey, there's the llama you're talking about, just to give some sort of eye opener. And here was the only reaction I had after the video, which is the Instagram promotion post, which states, well, His Majesty Dr. Slow Hate. Okay, dude, we accepted your complaint, but if you end up in Bali, we won't buy you a beer. That was the only thing I heard after the video went online from Beatland, or the third party. I think I spoiled the third party, but we'll keep it between us. So yeah, and as you can see here in the comments, people are not too shabby about it. I can get it's not really professional, but I'm not saying it isn't deserved, because I completely badmouthed them. So, you know, I can dish it. Like, I can take it, but I can also dish it. Like, they made a description like this. I can laugh it off, you know, because afterwards, after that, I'm just, it's done. I've said what I said, and what you do with that, it's your problem, you know. But yeah, just to, if you want to be a professional organization, or really want to get up there, I would recommend looking over your descriptions or anything, you know. But that's just my humble opinion. I know organizing a battle can be hard. You got to think about a lot of things, but the way it's going right now is just not okay. A lot of things are not great, in my opinion. But yeah, I've said what I said. I've done what I've done, and I made this video to give you an insight, give you a thought process and everything. And I really hope you enjoyed. It's been a long video, I know, but I'm going to make chapters again so you can switch to it again. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for showing me love, support, kind messages. That really, really means a lot to me. I was very, I wouldn't say insecure, but very curious on how this would go. Like once the video was online, I was very curious, like, are people absolutely going to hate it? Or are they going to love it? Or are they going to be very divided? And so far, I'd say 90% of the comments, or maybe 95% even, are like very supporting, very loving, and very understanding. And especially the understanding part is the one that means the most to me. Because yeah, as I said, I put my thought, emotion into this. It's a very fragile video, because yeah, it's what I feel, what I think, and what I want to say, and to have people understand that and support that. That really means a lot to me. It really gives me not confirmation, but like maybe affirmation. Like, yo, we hear your feelings, we hear your emotions. Those are accepted and those are real and accepted. You know, and I think that is the main support that people gave me the past few days. And yeah, I really want to get my drive and motivation again for music into other battles like the Dutch champs or anything. And we'll see what other battles comes in my path. But yeah, I know for sure that this is the last time that I will go to a battle by said third party. Fun thing, my first ever battle was the Mad Meal 2 battle, also hosted by Mad Twins. I had such a great time, but I was also such a young looper who just made a lot of covers and had a lot of energy. And right now I can feel that I've grown as an artist. Really try to make more of my own music, keep away from the covers, get my heart and thought out into it. And I think that also is maybe a part why I'm so hurt and emotional about it. Because David and Goliath was also an original song, very emotional, hit close to home, talking about myself and everything. And just to have that shoved on the side really, yeah, it hurt me. But I think that also plays a part. But yeah, I've said what I said. I think I have a lot more to say, but maybe later or in a Q&A or whatever. But each and everyone, thank you so much for watching. That really means a lot. If you stick around to this part of the video, you watch the entirety. If you watch the entirety, it's we're talking about a 4-minute video right now, and we're already, what is it, more than 30-40 minutes at it. So thank you so much for all the love and support. If you like this type of content, let me know, because I love making this. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe and everything, because it really means a lot to me. And that also gives me the drive to keep growing, you know, and to put more of my effort and motivation into my own channel instead of going to battles here and there. My name is Ashwin, aka Dr. Slow Sweat. Thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Love you.